This video is powered by the pros at Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric. Arkansas owned, Arkansas operated. GoPascal.com.
What you expect out of a game with two teams that are so closely matched, similar spots in the standings, similar team makeups. It came down to one team making some big plays and another team not. That was us tonight. I don't have a lot of answers for you. I've never been good at telling you, what I think I saw, because I'm always wrong when I go back and watch film. But the number that is going to jump out at me all night long is 20 turnovers in a low possession game, and 17 of them by people who normally turn it over a combination of about 7 or 8 times a game. So almost double normal production. And we've got to figure out why, because it's not we can't win another game on our schedule if we turn it over a third of the time that we have the ball. We're not built defensively to get enough stops. We're not built enough to out-rebound people by enough to overcome that. We're built to be a strong ball handling team, take care of the ball team. And tonight we were not. They had 14 steals, not just turnovers, but they were steals. That's a lot of combinations. Poor ball management, passing it the wrong time, off target, travels, just a number of things. I'm not going to use it as an excuse, but we do have a little bit of hangover from last week. There's no question about it. I'm not going to let our kids get beat down without making that point. That is not an excuse. That is a reason. It was a hard week, but that's what this league does for you. It's what you sign up for in this league. You're going to have 2 tough games that you got to bounce back from. Alabama's right in the midst of it. They had a tough game the other night, and they came in here, and I thought they were really hard to guard. Thought they were great. I told Christy, I thought they made every big play they needed to. They really exposed a lot of things that we were deficient in being able to guard them. They got the ball to the basket, either with their guards or throwing it to their bigs. And very, very uncharacteristic things for us tonight. And I'll figure out why before tomorrow.
With all that, when you made the game tying 3, did it feel like something you might steal there at the end?
Sure. Yeah, you thought, man, get this to overtime. We got the momentum, the crowd's there. I thought we had a good idea of what the play was, and I thought we ran to contact, but we didn't get it defended. And Hannah Barber, I think she's the most undervalued player in this conference. I just don't. I mean, if there's ever a basketball Moneyball movie, she's Kevin Youkilis or whoever it was in that movie. She just runs her team. She gets them in the right spot. She was talking, and then it was her that hit that big shot too. She's been. I just think she's the most undervalued player in our conference.
And then what were you trying to get on the last possessions there?
We were trying to get Mac. Mac had just hit one. We were trying to get her coming back to that empty corner. Hold Sailor off, use Sailor's size around the basket and get them maybe not looking. There's not a whole lot you can do with 2.6 seconds. It's got to be a quick hitter. We used our best play to tie it, and you can't really go back to that. I thought we got a decent enough plan. We just need to work on execution more. We have not worked on enough end-of-game situations.
Y'all came out the first minute or two looking all right, and then just hit a really big scoring slump. I think Alabama went on a 13-0 run. Just how tough was it to go through that and then have to try and chip away the rest of the half? Well,
go back and unpack it. Christy Curry's she's a Final Four coach. She's been in a Final Four. She's won 400 games. She's been I think she's got 100 wins at 3 different schools, which is unheard of in our profession. She made an adjustment. She stopped pressing. I mean, they were pressing us, and we were just going through it, carving it up, and getting layups and wide open threes. And she said, back it up. And they did, and then we just took that shot. We got in the bonus in about the first 3 minutes of the quarter, and then we didn't drive to the basket one more time. We settled for a bunch of threes. They got us, and that's when I think we went 6 minutes without scoring. It felt like 60, but that's where that run happened. I think she just made an adjustment. We never adjusted back. And you know, that's just a credit to her for making a change.
And then talking about those 20 turnovers, you talked about the steals. It seems like Alabama was just really disruptive every time I got in there, but also a few things that, like you said, a little uncharacteristic. Just do you accredit a little bit of the just lack of awareness to just the past week you've had, and just
I'll credit them on all the ones when we drove it in there and they came off and helped early and dodged the break. Those are all steals that they created. I'm talking about the ones where we had it and we just fumbled it right to them. We did that, I can think of 4 times, or dribbled it in a manner that's not very aggressive. We knew they were going to be okay. At halftime, we said, okay, they're digging hard. You can't go more than 1 dribble without. And the next thing I know, we're trying to make a 3 dribble move. Well, we just talked about that. But I've always said that's a sign of poor coaching when you tell kids something and then they go out and keep doing it. So that's on me. I've either got to change the personnel or change the personnel. And what I mean by that, I got to change the person that's doing it. Hey, you're turning the ball over a lot. Maybe you're not working on your handles enough in the back of the line when I ask you to work on your handles. That's one personnel change. Change that kid. The next one is, hey, why don't you come over here and sit down? Let's try this kid now. Well, that's the crossroads we're at. We're at the halfway point of our season in the SEC. We're at 8 games. So it's the time to talk about stuff like that. Either you change your personnel by changing yourself and working harder and putting in your 20 hours a week and using that time. And when we say work on your handles, you work on your handles. I'm just going to guess. I think it's half and half. I don't know. I think they stole it from us 10 times, and I think we gave it to them 10 times. That's a guess. If I'm wrong, I'll let y'all know tomorrow, but I bet it's half and half.
There's probably no easy answer to this, but it feels like a lot of times with these losses, you come in and talk about, shot selection being an issue. And then in the wins, it's great shot selection. Just what is it that has to happen shot selection wise for that to be more consistent, if that makes sense?
I think our shots were okay today. We just didn't get enough of them. I really do. And I might be wrong when I go back and look at it. I only go back to 1 or 2. I thought we shared it. I thought we made a couple of drive and kicks out. I thought Saylor got a lot better catch and shoot threes tonight than she's ever gotten. I think all those things are still improving. I think our shot selection was okay. I may change my mind tomorrow when we talk, when I watch it on film. Again, because I'm so hung up on these turnovers right now. You just cannot give another team 14 live balls and 6 more empty possessions. That's not how we just can't do that. That's so many. But I thought our shots were okay. But yes, you're right. That's normally been the trigger point. Or we've been massively out-rebounded. We got out-rebounded by 1. They got some crucial ones. But I thought tonight and it may just because that's what I keep saying I want it to be. But I don't know. It feels like it to me.
So Spencer had to leave once. What's going on with her leg? Has that been an ongoing thing?
It's new. I turned around and I could tell from the play she didn't get back. And I asked if she was hurt. Nobody else knew anything about her being hurt, but then I subbed for her and she sprinted straight off. So she was obviously hurt. I'll get with, it's nothing that I'm aware of it must have happened in game. But that little stretch right there, I thought we were okay in those minutes without her. But she may not have been the same coming back. I asked her if she could play and she said she was fine, which in my world, fine is usually not very good. When somebody says, oh, that's fine, it's usually not fine. So I'll find out when we get back. But she wanted to continue to play, and there was nothing that anybody from the athletic training staff said. Oh, we can do it now. Did they play tonight?
They play right now.
Yeah. They're ahead of us in the standings. It's a team that we haven't beaten the last 2 times we've played them. They've kind of had our number. They're gonna try to take it from us. If we play with that looseness tonight, I may be looking for 20 to be the low end of it. We've got to that's why I think it's so important that we get better at that area, because they're going to come in and try to take it from us. They are actively trying to steal it from you. Madison Scott has been one of the better players in our league ever since she got on campus. She continues to do that. Angel Baker, who we're familiar with at 2 schools, Wright State, she hurt us in the NCAA tournament when she was at Wright State, and she's been a good player for them against us the last couple of years. So be a good matchup, but we've got to, if we play like we did tonight, it won't be a good matchup. We've got to make, that's why tonight is important, and going into tomorrow, vitally important because of the type of matchup we have on Sunday.
They have a couple kids who have played here, and they're going to be coming back. Just how do you think the team will handle that? Those who played with them.
It's different all the time. It's different with every kid. I know this. I know on the bus the other night we were watching the game, and Marquisha made a post move and everybody cheered. I don't think, it'll be different for everybody. Kids either usually play really, really good or really, really bad. There's usually not in between when there's that. But I think it's becoming more commonplace in our game. I think 5 years ago, it used to be one of those things. Everybody was kind of taboo, like you wouldn't schedule games against people because it was just hard. But I think it's kind of commonplace now with the transfer portal like it is, playing against kids that well, and we're a teammate, and not gonna need directions getting around the building. They're gonna know. So I hope it focuses our kids. We need some things to focus on, but it's always unique to watch. I don't think it motivates.
BetOnline remains your number one source for all your sports betting this season. Everything from the NFL and bowl season to esports. You'll find the latest odds, team matchup info, player news, and game trends at BetOnline. BetOnline features live betting, free contests, and live scores for almost any sport or game imaginable. We're the fastest and easiest way to bet on all your favorite leagues and events. Head to betonline.ag to join and receive a 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Make sure to use the promo code BELIEVE to receive your rewards. That's BLEAV. Bet online, where the game starts.